I moved into a shared apartment during my sophomore year of college. Rent was high, and I couldn't afford to live alone. So when I saw a posting on campus, roommate needed, $300 per month, private room, no questions, I jumped on it. The guy's name was Alex, seemed quiet, polite, kept to himself. He didn't say much, but always paid rent on time and never made noise. Ideal roommate, right? But almost immediately, I started noticing weird things, like the fact that Alex never left the apartment. I mean, never. I'd leave for class at 8 a.m., come back at 10 p.m., and he'd be in the exact same spot, sitting on the couch, staring at the wall, no TV, no phone, no food, just sitting. Then there was the smell. Some days, it was like rotting meat coming from his room. Other days, it was metallic, like blood and rust. I thought about moving out, but then, one night, I saw something I can't ever forget. Alex wasn't sleeping. He was shedding. I'd gotten home late from a group project, tired and irritated. As I passed Alex's room, I noticed his door was slightly ajar, which was weird. He always kept it locked, always. There was a sound coming from inside, not music, not snoring, more like wet paper tearing, over and over. Quiet, rhythmic, deliberate. I should have just gone to my room. I really should have, but curiosity got the best of me. I pushed the door open just a little more, and what I saw didn't make sense. At first, I thought it was a trick of the light, but as my eyes adjusted, I realized Alex wasn't in bed. He was on the floor, crouched, completely naked, and his skin was peeling off in sheets. Not like a sunburn, like a costume. He was pulling long, thin layers from his back, revealing something dark and slick underneath, something that shimmered, almost wet. His spine looked elongated, his limbs too thin, his fingers longer than they were before. He stopped suddenly and turned his head, fast, like he heard me. But he didn't say anything, just stared at the door, eyes glowing faintly in the dark. I backed away slowly, heart hammering, until I was in my room, door locked, sitting in the corner with a baseball bat. The next morning, his door was shut. He was in the kitchen making eggs, like nothing had happened. I tried to act normal, but I couldn't stop looking at his arms. They were smoother now. No hair, no freckles. His tattoos were gone. That's when I realized this wasn't Alex, at least not anymore. I started doing research, looking up missing persons, urban legends, anything that could explain what I saw. I couldn't find anything concrete, just stories, myths, things about skinwalkers, shapeshifters, creatures that wear human bodies like clothes. But that's not the worst part. The worst part came when I finally got in touch with the original tenant, the guy who used to rent the room before me. I found him through a student forum. He'd dropped out the year before. No explanation. I messaged him. Hours later, I got a reply. "If you're living with Alex, get out." That's not Alex. He sent me one photo. It was a candid, taken from inside the apartment. Alex sitting on the couch, face slightly blurred, but unmistakably off, like the shape of his skull didn't match the skin. One hand in the frame looked too long, fingers curled inward like claws. I was going to leave that night, but when I came home, my key didn't work. I knocked. No answer. I texted. No reply. Then the door opened on its own, just an inch, and from the dark hallway, a voice. Alex's voice. Calm and slow, but not quite right. "Where were you today?" I didn't answer. I turned and ran, but he was already at the stairwell. Somehow, I don't remember getting to my car. I don't remember turning the ignition. All I remember is his face pressed against my window as I pulled away. And it wasn't a face anymore. It was sliding off. I didn't go back. I never even tried to get my stuff. My laptop, clothes, textbooks, left it all behind. I stayed with a friend across town and reported everything to the university. They said the apartment didn't belong to campus housing. It was privately owned. They had no record of anyone named Alex ever renting there. The landlord's number? Disconnected. I called the police and filed a report, described everything I saw. They chalked it up to stress, maybe a mental health episode. I was advised to talk to someone professionally. A few weeks later, I saw a new listing for the same apartment. Different name, same rent, same wording, $300 per month, private room. No questions, I flagged it, reported it. But a few days later, it was gone. Then I got an email from an address I didn't recognize. No subject, just one sentence. You left your skin behind. Attached was a photo, my old bedroom. On the bed was a full-body human skin, folded neatly, like pajamas. A week ago, my friend, the one who let me crash at his place, went missing. I tried calling, texting, no answer. Yesterday, I got a knock on my door. It was him, smiling, calm, but something was off. His voice was slower, and his skin too smooth. He said, "You never did pay your half of the rent."